You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone.
Orange.
Building tomorrow today with Rightmove. Looking for quality, reliability, and innovation in your next big build? Choose Rightmove Engineering and Construction, Sierra Leone's trusted name in transforming ideas into enduring structures. We don't just build projects, we craft landmarks that stand the test of time. From state-of-the-art offices and modern homes to fuel stations, water systems, and infrastructure, our team delivers precision, passion, and perfection. At Rightmove, we are not following industry standards, we are setting them. Through cutting-edge technology, uncompromising safety, and sustainable solutions, we are building a brighter, stronger, and safer Sierra Leone. Visit us at 54 Campbell Street, Freetown, or call 078399475 or 077504338. Rightmove Engineering and Construction. Building quality, building trust, building the future.
Wise men bank with UBA.
Wise women too with UBA.
School pupils in Sierra Leone, do you have a creative writing skills? Would you love to win a brand new laptop and a scholarship grant worth up to 50,000 new leones? Then, this is your moment. The UBA Foundation, with support from UBA Sierra Leone, in collaboration with the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education, is proudly launching the 5th edition of the 2025-2026 UBA National Essay Competition, as the UBA Sierra Leone has teamed up with the Institute for Legal Research and Advocacy for Justice, ILRAJ, to make it bigger and better. Are you a senior secondary school pupil anywhere in Sierra Leone? Then get ready to showcase your ideas. Write a handwritten essay of not more than 500 words on the topic gender-based violence in schools, causes, consequences, and solutions. And yes, the rewards are exciting. First prize, a brand new laptop plus a 50,000 new leones scholarship grant. Second prize, 30,000 new leones. And third prize, 20,000 new leones. Remember, your essay must be handwritten, not typed. Upon submission, please include your full name, passport photograph, your age, town and district, school name, and of course, the name and phone number of your parent, guardian, or teacher. Submit your essay at any UBA branch, MBSSE Regional Office nationwide, or the ILRAJ office, or send us a scanned copy to cfcsierra-leone@ubagroup.com. For more information, please call us on 078 200 200 or 099 22 11 22. Deadline for submission, April 30th, 2026. So, sharpen your pen, share your ideas, and be the voice for change. Visual impaired students are also encouraged to apply. The UBA Foundation National Essay Competition, unlocking young talent and shaping the leaders of tomorrow. Write it, submit it, win it.
It's Labor Day. After all the
grind, stress, and queries at the office, it's time to ease your brain, laugh out loud, and feel like the CEO. Laugh with Kido and my hustle will make sense on Labor Day, Friday, May 1st, 2026. Venue, prestigious Pinto Money Hotel, 7 p.m. Ticket prices, Kido, 500 millions. Answer, 1,000 millions. I mean, table for 4, 10,000 millions. Adil, table for 8, 20,000 millions. You don't buy yourself plenty. Now come and laugh. No excuse. Media partner Liberty Online TV and cooked by Eminence Africa.
I say it don't make sense. I don't make sense.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. We they stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We will bring this edition come to you this Thursday morning. My name is Khadija Bangora.
And Mina Mabel Kaba. Good morning. Today is Thursday, the 19th day of March 2026. Inside this edition of the Breakfast Show today, we can talk to the All People's Congress APC party, as yesterday they been get with them call unprecedented briefing. Also, then go tell the public concerns them where they still get where government not address it. And according to the APC, they don't talk clear one say if government choose for disregard the legitimate concern them, then say the party go stage a nationwide peaceful demonstration. Also, then say then go announce this shortly to the public. Waiting at them concerns here, waiting and they expect government for do at this time where we know say then still out of governance, and they reiterate yesterday say the elected officials them still not to go work until government reverse the decision of Sylvester Edmond Alpha as Chief Electoral Commissioner. Well, today the chief negotiator from the APC, they can't tell we waiting at the concerns them where they still get as outstanding issues we need for be addressed as soon as possible.
And also, you go and reform another group where they say they're an APC member them, and then they fight for electoral justice. We say they no agree with most of the things them where the APC outline inside the press release. But before we come to that issue there, we get so many other things them inside this edition of the Breakfast Show. So you already watch, remember say yourself go join we, send we your message, send your comments in the comment section at any of the platform them where they watch. We quickly let we go to the Minister of Agriculture, who say the minister this be hand over some vehicle them for a particular project where they under the Ministry of Agriculture. For that to Becky Wuliko gets more and he gonna report.
Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security don't get 45 bike and 16 motorcar them where then go use for work na different parts na the country. This support na part of government in commitment for support the feed salon initiative when a part of President Bio in Big 5 agenda. For sake of this, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Dr. Henry Musa Paka, explained what in the support mean to a ministry.
Cow then they die, we see cow then they sick food, so we will send the agriculture officer for let them go the quick. So today we'll get 45 bikes, 16 motor car then we as part of that program they will do jointly with the FAO, so they don't procure for we. This year's pandemic funding, but me as minister from 6 years now, I don't around the Ministry of Agriculture. With this agriculture officer, they say they not get motor car. Now at least each one of them, they will get new motor car for do the mobility, for do the farmer, for mix them inside the day. This is a big deal, this is a big impact. they make the work we accomplish in 2025 will do more, because now the people that already do the work can get mobility. 45 bikes, nice multi-carrier one that they see brand new for both the disease surveillance work, but also the other agriculture work there. So this is a big deal for we. I'm glad we work hard for get this money out for let come through the pandemic for about $4 million where they co-implement with FAO. FAO and they do the procurement for we as part of the agreement. Then they are now they don't hand that over, and we get to the that technical thing there.
In Sanyun talk, the representative from FAO, Said A. Bansi, say them partner with this project for boost agriculture and support farmer them.
The vehicles and motorbikes we hand over today are intended to strengthen exactly that. These 16 vehicles and 45 motorbikes will significantly enhance the ministry's ability to monitor activities, respond quickly to emerging threats, support district-level operations, and reach farming communities, many of whom operate in remote areas that are difficult to access. With improved mobility, district agriculture officers will be better equipped to conduct regular field visits, support farmer training, and ensure timely reporting and coordination of their activities. This support is particularly critical within the framework of the Pandemic Fund, which aims to reinforce national preparedness and response systems against threats that can escalate into health or food security crisis.
When be the talk, the Director of Livestock and Veterinary Service na the Ministry of Agriculture say the ministry don't able for do 50% of their work for 2026, and he say this na the first time then they get this kind of support.
From this event, we are like 50% into the achievement of 2026. This asset we are giving is going to take us another very big milestone for the history of this ministry, or for our own sector, which is the livestock and veterinary services sector. For no one time we have ever received vehicles beyond 4. And now we are talking about 16 vehicles, hillocks. This is just to support the farmers.
The stakeholders then at the ministry promise say then go monitor them motoka and bike here so that people go benefit. For Liberty Online Television, me na Fudiatu Bekiwoli Kode report.
All right, welcome back. It's still a Waji Breakfast Show where they come to you live na Liberty Online TV. Now the different platform them also you they watch we this Thursday morning. We tell you say today we want to talk about the outcome of waiting the APC call unprecedented briefing we them been get yesterday. But before we they come to the person we they can talk on behalf of the APC, let we just quickly go to the party headquarters. Also yesterday we see them address the public through the media. Let we watch a snippets of waiting the Secretary General been talk yesterday. Then we will come talk to the guests.
We restate our position and urgently call on our development partners to facilitate an immediate high-level joint review meeting between the APC and the government to address these critical concerns. In view of these firm positions, we conclude as follows. The APC will not return its elected officials to Parliament and local council until Mr. Edmond Alpha, who is an accomplice to the 2023 discredited elections, leaves office and the government demonstrates credible commitment to the implementation of the Agreement for National Unity and the Tripartite Committee recommendations. Should the government choose to disregard our legitimate concerns, the APC will stage a nationwide peaceful demonstration at a date to be announced by the leadership shortly.
All right, that's now the Secretary General for the All People's Congress APC Party, Lansana Dumwea, and that's not just one of the demands them where the APC may make yesterday. Now the unprecedented press briefing where they all with members of the public and safe members of the press. Also, then talk about several things then where them believe say don't go wrong. Now the agreement for national unity onto the tripartite recommendation them. Then begin background outside and come out, waiting go wrong and outside and day now. And somebody thinks the way they believe say they agree with the government, but the government not able for do for over 20 months now. And now the studio this morning, one for welcome Dr. Kelfala Marrah, when the chief negotiator on the side of the All People's Congress APC party. Good morning, Doc.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right. Yesterday, on a press briefing, on a title say now unprecedented press briefing, and after that, on a issue out a press statement. Usai on a give the general public a background to Usai on a come out. Usai on a suppose for the things them where the government's not able for do based on waiting on a be agree on na the tripartite committee and the recommendation they onto the report we will give to His Excellency the President. And you know one of the people there from inception, you be in all of the agreements there. For somebody we might not see the press briefing, well detailed on outline everything. Let me go back, take we back small to Usai all of this begin.
Thank you so much. Well, I think we viewers aware that 2023 elections not been go well. We in the APC believe in have been rigged elections. And there was a standoff between we and government. So we decide that we MPs and councillors not for go work at all. We get that standoff. Big brother Samura will have been the presidential candidate, along with President Bio and support with development partners decide for make we get a conversation, not been to money. We did it for 3 days in October, and on the 18th, we conclude with the agreement for national unity. Now, immediately after that agreement, we MPs then go back, including the councillors, and then resolution 3 of the agreement for national unity established the tripartite committee. The tripartite committee get responsibility for look at the 2023 elections and previous elections and for make recommendations way actionable and implementable. So that equates to the tripartite. We work for a period of 6 months. We get issues with government on elections results. ECSL refused to produce the disaggregated data. We walk away once, we walk away twice. Then partners then can then mediate, then decide for law do divergent report. Which will not agree. We do your own report, government do then your own report. In addition to the 80 recommendations. As you rightly say yesterday, we present the report to Mr. President on the 1st of July 2024. Since we present that report to the government, then just take the thing run away with her now. Now we and them means you don't not been to money. Now we and then do the tripartite. When 10 come for implement, then just left the APC and continue for going their own. I think here the last time I've been telling us say, then set up a steering committee where now they're no more today. In fact, 9 cabinet ministers. Now only 3 people na the APC. In fact, then pick them 3 people na APC without talking to the leadership. That was not done. That was not right. Now, since then start the implementation, the steering committee will then set up, chaired by the chief negotiator, when the chief minister, they not get minutes, they not get documents, they not they talk to we, with the right to government not they respond. Even Payansane, when the acting national chairman, right to President Bio seeking audience, agree. So when I take up this role as chief negotiator last year, about September, we do an assessment of the whole thing. We take this report, send on to the chief negotiator for say this now findings. A fine for me could sit down around the table and talk. They not listen. So take note of that. Second, we put together all what we say so yesterday as a grievance note. We present opposition paper to all the development partners, make them know what thing they happen, and ask them for facilitate a round table between we and government. That not happen. Government not listen. Then we engage other partners in the sub-region. That na the AU, moral guarantors. We don't write to them, we don't engage them. Government no budge. And then recently, the government President Bio appoint Edmond Alpha when have been an accomplice na them in the 2023 UK electoral business as the Chief Electoral Commissioner. We take exception to that. Because even though the President may write for seek opinion, we think to say the consultation was incomplete. And so we cite two reasons as to why not for be Edmond Alpha. And then go ahead for do that. So as a party, we don't exhaust a lot of remedies. When I recall the last time when I host me, we tell una say, with a brief for membership as to Usaudi. We don't brief for membership na Atuga. We don't talk to partners. We don't write to government not the respond. We don't write to Golo Katana, the secretary, they not the respond. We don't write to chief negotiator Senge, they not respond. We don't write to President Bio, they not respond. Then continue for whole up the reforms. Then they stall the reform. Then they stonewall with and they talk to we. Then just they do things how they want. So decide say, okay, as a responsible political party, we don't cross with T's, we don't dot to I's. We don't reach a point now where, as the Secretary General announced yesterday, we need for organize a nationwide peaceful demonstration. And at a date where the leadership go announce and the leadership go explain to the membership of the party as to how that go happen. So that is why we feel aggrieved. We think to say government no they treat you right. And this is not something where we agree, where we sign. And we think to say, all right. So that's not just a summary of the situation.
You don't unpack summary of the situation, the background will lead to yesterday's briefing. Also, una clearly now don't state say if governments continue for disregard on a legitimate concerns them, una get for peacefully demonstrate.
Yeah.
Before we can look into that, since una signed that agreement, like una state and clearly 29 months since that agreement was signed.
Yeah.
When una notice, say government, they disregard the agreement itself.
Across the process, throughout this period, the Secretary General writes, they not come back to we. My sister, the mayor of Freetown, Yvonne Akisoya, writes to the chief negotiator explaining, make them explain and make clarifications, they not come back to we. We even write to moral guarantors. So we've been engaged. And when we come as chief negotiator, we ramp that up. I get one meeting only with my counterpart, the chief negotiator. After that, they not respond to mails, nothing not happen again. So if you wish, I will explain to you some of the key things that we'll talk about yesterday, because they're very central and key to a very, what I will say, transparent and credible elections we're supposed to take place in 2028. So not a thing where we just sit down one morning, we say now so. We track how things they go, and aside they go, now so they raise concerns, and now so then they ignore we. If you wish now, I can talk to some of them.
Documents, you can just give me some of them.
So some of them, in my view, are very critical. Now 80 plus recommendations, but you get some way very key and way central. Now, before the 2023 elections, the ECSL been they do things how they want. Then they talk to we. Then they do things in secrecy, behind the scenes. Then conclude agreement for purchase ballot boxes, and then go ahead for contract for voter registration. Even the voter ID, I'm sure now all aware, not been good. So we say, okay, because of this, in some economies, you get an oversight committee in our parliament where they look at all elections issues. Recommendation 20, make we establish this committee in our parliament. So the committee will get a remit, not just the ECSL, but every institution we get for those elections will be answerable to Parliament. The Speaker of Parliament refused to establish that. So then they take we back to 2023. Another one. Before 2023, this government conducted what they call midterm census. The outcome of that census was globally criticized and everybody say not credible, the outcome not good. Now that census then used for push down with throat the data we then use for run the 2023 elections. So we agree say census for take place every 10 years. The last 10-year census will take place in 2015. The next one for take place last year, 2025. So we agree say the census data for be ready 2 years before elections. What in government do? Then bypass that particular timeline. They no hold census last year, then push on to 2026. And worse still, now the 2021 data then they use as the baseline for around the 2026 census. Even the ongoing cartographic mapping way then they do across the country is skewed towards the southeast. In fact, you get more enumerators, for example, in Kenema than in Freetown. There are areas in the northwest where much not they happen, especially in Akarine. This is not right. These are some of the things that we would think to say wrong. And then they do this for fix the 2028 elections. Now, we agree for say the electoral system for this country, nothing where we at the tripartite committee not be able to agree on. The APC say first pass the post down at the constituency-based elections, then say proportional representation. Unable agree. So okay, make we push this to the country, make the country decide. When 10 come for do the consultation, government not talk to we. Then go ahead and do them. And waiting and do, then just bring the proportional representation as the electoral system of the country in the constitutional reform bill. And all right. Even when nearly 58% of civil society say no, they want first past the post, including majority of paramount chiefs in the country, as well as interreligious bodies, government not listen, then go ahead with PR and create for that inside the constitutional reform bill. These are some of the bully areas I think to say wrong. I'll go ahead for tell una that according to recommendation 42, for make ECSL not just continue for do things how they made do them before 2023, we decide say the two largest political parties for be represented na the weekly meetings of the ECSL. Then two political parties for become co-chairs to the chair, and that's what they happen in other economies. Today that not happen. In fact, the minutes, the papers, deliberations of ECSL for be made public, it's supposed for them at the public domain for transparent reasons. Today they not do that. Now, the main thing we decide for do this yesterday. Now, because we don't engage partners, much not happen. We don't engage chief negotiator, nothing not happen. We don't write to Mr. President asking for a meeting, they not respond. So decide say, you know what? We don't do everything we need for do. This could be unprecedented. We could get the media, the press, make them come and listen to our story. That was what we did.
The aspect of the partners then, now one way plenty salon people believe say most times we then can mediate, something can seem for come out of mediations then because we see what happen even to the tripartite. In this case, after we don't make several attempts for reach to the government, the president directly not get response. During the meetings we want to get with the partners then, in terms of communicating, then be able to tell una waiting a government position as to why the whole process like una put in una word say it don't collapse. They're able to tell una anything we then get from the government side.
Themselves don't try for reach out. I think on one or two occasions they're able to make we meet with the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. He is open. They go can engage, but it begins and ends there. That is how far themselves go. But in terms of bringing government around the table with we for discuss with concerns, that not happen. We don't even reach out to moral guarantors, where not them be midwife the process not been to money, and are then responsible for ensure that they manage the whole thing between we and government for make everything come to a fruition. I think themselves tired. Until recently, we didn't get briefing on the tripartite na State House. or I don't know, so they hold the meeting. Some of the partners they attend. But it's the same old. You know, I want to say this, Abel. If you run an election, the whole world discredit the outcome of that elections, and you get another one ahead of you, and you see though the opposition will not agree on the things they way for do, certainly you get for honor that. If you not honor that, it means you do things deliberately for repeat waiting you've been doing the last time. And that deliberate way of doing things come to a head when they appoint Edmond Alpha as the Chief Electoral Commissioner. We take exception to that because Edmond na part of the 2023 arrangements. Na then do waiting being wrong. Na then give we bad results. Honestly, take honesty out, in fact. When it comes to real practice, you want to take your country forward, you know they appoint somebody like that who don't be part of a failed election, of a rigged elections. You will bring somebody else, a fresh face, for ensure that you return confidence in the public, for say yes, the Electoral Commission, they do the right things.
But Dr. Marrah, the same Edmond Alpha, we on the protest against the appointment, the same Edmond Alpha don't go through parliamentary approval, they don't begin working yesterday, they write officially to una party, they invite una for a meeting, they una sit down, una chat the way forward, but una still they protest against the appointment. It seems for the extend the olive branch to una.
You know, than at the highest level of deceit and manipulation. You're wrong. I tell you why. We know Edmond Alpha. Me have been the district chairman for Kwenadugu, APC. We'll get by-elections, the district council by-elections, as well as the ward by-election. When we do tally in Kwenadugu, then get a staff with them called Damba. If fiddle with the figures, we pick that out, we ask them out. We no conclude na Kwenadugu. We come now, we go na the Wellington office or warehouse for go do the thing. Before everybody, the whole world, we get civil society sitting there. We get people where they monitor elections. We've been the lead, the SLPP, and it's very clear that to win the ward. Edmond Alpha on his own. SLPP gets 049. He put number one who side is 0 there for 149. And not give a chance. He go ahead and announce the result. That night Edmond Alpha. We tell them say, we go to court. We go only go to court according to the laws if and only if they don't publish the result. So then gazette them. ECSL refuse for gazette that result day. So we no get able to go to court. That is Edmond Alpha for you. And in utterances, I'm sure you go down, when I go down view them, they say, now then get the game. And recently, when they appoint him, you know, APC, they against that. The way he even received in appointment or in swearing-in ceremony immediately after that, you saw him dancing. Really? Then for continue for spite the APC. The truth is, Edmond Alpha lacked that credibility.
But the same Edmond Alpha, they are shown of in professionalism, they are shown of in credibility, they are shown of an independent electoral body.
You know, I want to tell you one story. They may get a village where they get somebody with a chief man. One morning, wear white like a dress, so he can't to chief. They say, Chief, I don't stop for thief. Let everybody go work, everything okay. The chief say, Odoeri. So that means nobody know for buy padlock again. People get for buy padlock. This man get history. He not supposed for the principle itself for making appoint somebody when a part of a failed system. In fact, and this na the thing that way the border we, in we split recommendations. I tell you, I say we reach a point where we not agree on elections result. We say if you take a look at the elections result, because we get to RRFs, the APC been the lead. We do analysis. Yeah. So we say, okay, going forward, all the one that we associate with this electoral malpractice, suppose for left office. It's in the split recommendations. It then at the tripartite committee. Now, where you want peace, you want cohesion, you want good elections. And this is not for President Bio. You know, in the middle now of his second term, now mid-term of in second term a day, will they prepare for the next elections? You know, will certainly appoint somebody who in a part of that particular rogue thing. You make a chief electoral commissioner. That is the principle. Not whether right or we. Now, because it's wrong in the first place. So whatever thing Edmond Alpha say now is of no consequence to we, because it lack the credibility what we expect of them for make it a day. So that no arise at all. We na the APC no go accept that. And it's a position we've taken.
So does that mean when another for honor the invitation we don't send say one meet with a party leadership?
The leadership therefore take that decision. Now the decision of the leadership. Me no dey na the leadership. Me na chief negotiator. But from my own personal, view as far as that concerned, I don't think to say makes sense for even go there.
When I been signed the tripartite agreement, everybody knows the concerns been there around dates for implement a lot of that. So we make una been get a clear established roadmap where indicates the timelines as to what we want to achieve and when we want to achieve them. Both parties waiting happen to the roadmap.
As the Secretary General said yesterday, we been get a roadmap. Government abandoned the roadmap. In the roadmap, we agree say at the highest level, we forget a strategic team comprising we, APC, and the government. And below that, they will get a steering committee where they implement. Then they report to this higher body. Government put that in at the waste basket. So the team plenty. Every facet he take, every recommendation he take, he get issues. The only recommendations and we then go say, okay, we don't do now for take the paper and go na cabinet. That's a procedural something. But in terms of real actions, no, they're not one. Now, even the appointment of Edmond Alpha, in review, the way government go about are not right. The constitution say the president for consult. But when President Bio they appoint Corner 2023, you know, consult nobody. They go ahead for appoint Corner. Because of that anomaly, that breach of the constitution, now the tripartite will say, okay, going forward, we forget as such an appointment committee, as it happen in other countries on the continent. That committee, therefore, be drawn, membership of that committee for be drawn from several agencies. For example, when our own groups large and other organizations in the country. That particular committee go do then search, then get a short list, then give Mr. President. Now from that short list, the president go appoint the chief electoral commissioner and other commissions. So then don't provide for that now the constitution. President Bio no wait. You no wait for that too. So what you do now, you go back to the constitution. Okay, until then say I've been the appoint corner and not consult, now they consult. You just give notice to political parties and say, let we make our views known. I say we make our views known. And I'll talk to we again. As it happened in the case of President Tijan Kaba, may so rest in peace. They call political parties. They say, I want to appoint Ahmed Aka Ahmed. Then say, no. For XYZ reasons, we not think this person with himself. He accepts. He appoints somebody else. That is democracy. Now that's what they say. Now the meaning of consultation. President Bio no do that. He just try to respond. He not talk to we. He go ahead and appoint the same person. Ebo, I'm nothing to say that now goodwill. I'm nothing to say government don't do what they're supposed to do in terms of what we agree upon. As me you sit on now, that now acting in bad faith as government. And it's not right, it's not fair. And that is why we decide for call this briefing yesterday for engage una where they reach out to the public. So una self go understand exactly who shall stand from, who shall they come up from. As it is now, una more informed as to what the process is, who shall come, who shall they, and who will take the decision so decide for take.
Dr. Marrah, yesterday, for the first time, una announce about a peaceful demonstration nationwide, where una Secretary General say the leadership will announce the dates shortly. If una demands them, government not look into them. And una get history now una party office, also again, una been called for a peaceful protest. Somebody been die. Metron Mahawa been die. And also there's another guy when I support on they call White Boy. He been die again at that same protest on a call. And from yesterday with the announcement they come out from Una Secretary General. A lot of people say Una they risk the lives of Una supporter them, taking into consideration how the police can handle protest them.
Well, I want to underscore that given the way the police can handle protest, not how we they handle them, now how the police they handle them. You recall the last time we are talking, I say they call a mammoth meeting na Atuga. Una raise similar concerns. I tell una say no. When a responsible political party, with the right to the police, would they engage the police, and would they tell them exactly how they do them. Now so do an Atuga Stadium. You know everyone halala, no nothing. So it is up to the police. Now, then people the killings will take place, not to party people kill themselves. Now the one that will hold gun now then do the shooting. That not the police. I think now the responsibility of the law enforcement officers for observe the rules of peaceful protest. There are always rules. Now then therefore observe that. I think across the world, globally, for underscore democracy, now a good practice that citizens for able to express their views in a peaceful manner. We don't do it once na Atuga. It come out well. If we say we do nationwide protest, certainly the law enforcement officers, the police, and any other body we get for do with law enforcement, therefore play things the way they're supposed to do them.
But Atuga, I mean, just a small crowd of una supporters, them una bringri. This now, una say nationwide, we mean all over the country.
Yes.
You sure say the police go give una this permit for go on this protest?
If the police not give you the permit, then they get, I don't think to say a right. Yeah. The police know waiting for do for make we get peaceful protest across the country. The police know waiting for do. We no go just say we do peaceful protest. We no engage the police. We get for explain clearly how they do them, and the police have get for respect that. So I think the onus now on the police for work with the APC for ensure that we do this.
Is that not incitement? The police now will take say the APC they incite.
Khadija.
Because una Secretary General get a case now before the law.
Khadija.
The judiciary for incitement and other statements there.
Khadija, I want to weigh this statement you say. I want to calm down and understand ourselves. Government don't do XYZ ignoring us. We don't reach out to partners ignoring us. We don't write and don't ignore we. Then don't bypass. Then don't stall. Then don't slow down. Then not do what they're supposed to do as a government. We don't exhaust our remedies. We don't reach out to partners, it not happen. We don't reach out to moral guarantors and not listen. The option where we get now for make we demonstrate. And with demonstration, we make and clearly say, na a peaceful one. I don't think anything insightful about that. I think we do the same now, Atuga. We membership come from all over Freetown.
But
then
that
can
was a
they?
meeting, not a demonstration.
Yeah.
Put her in the words of yesterday.
If we say demonstration, we say peaceful. Not forget the adjective peaceful. We describe the demonstration. We're not a responsible political party. We say they demonstrate. We say a peaceful demonstration. So what in the police for do? Now for don't begin ask, how this peaceful demonstration they take place? How will you go about it? Because on a legitimate and democratic right. It happens all over the world. Yeah? And it's supposed to happen now. So if we say would they do this, Now the responsibility of the police, of the law enforcement, for sit down and understand how they go about them. I'm not think to say that na incitement for make somebody do within a legitimate right, and you will get for provide security, sit down and say now so and so they do am. I'm not think to say within self. And don't forget, we say we they do this if and only if government not take we seriously. So government get for listen. This government, now people elect them. Now Sierra Leoneans, then owe that to we. We agree on something, then supposed for do that. I want let we understand we self.
But then same things there, the words of the chief minister, about 80% they don't do. And he is your co-chief negotiator.
You know, it's very easy for make a statement. That completely different from demonstrating it. So all NTR I tell you not happen. I can go further for telling many of them back. We agree say result management, the election result management supposed for be done, the talent supposed for be done in the district. The UNDP provide experts, then can they not do that study? ECSL not give for validate them. The next one, voter registration, then don't do studies. TTD, they not validate them. NCRA, National Civil Registration Authority, say then on the civil register more than 90% of the population of the country. They not publish, they not validate. And it's happy take a look at all of them wire, including electoral security, including many of the issues we agree on in order do them. They say don't do 80%. Really? But you know what? I want to say this. When this government say they don't do this, certainly use yourself ways you don't know go surprise. Because they don't ever say then they take this book, put out and put on there. So don't forget about this agreement. And we'll come to that later on if I get the opportunity for speak to that. This is a government who will not say, I'll place this book here and end up for place and day. Not an agreement between we and government. Something where they agree on for themselves as part of them plan, they're able to do. So not where they agree with the APC and then go do the way they want for do. No. So and this opportunity, last say this. They say then they bring free quality education. The education is not free, you not get quality. They say feed salon, they're able to deliver on them. We not even get good image internationally. The economy not they run well. Local government they're able to finance them. Revenue they perform badly. Many things they go wrong. And these are the young plans onto themselves when they fail. So now something they agree with the APC, they know they respond to we. If you say 80% they respond to we, you do everything where you say you go do, they go say 80%. But how come from whole start they not do nothing with they complain on and on and on? You think we just a complain? No, certainly something must be wrong. So if he say then don't do 80%, good luck to him. But the truth and reality is that is not the case. Just as I don't explain and just as how the Secretary General said yesterday. So that is the situation. They are not telling you the truth. Many of the things so then they report not so it be.
Reaching to a conclusion for say on our stage a peaceful demonstration, make the big question, the APC waiting on our wants for proof. Is it that on our just one test state institutions in terms of democratic principles, or on are really serious about this?
Mabel, when I serious and responsible opposition party.
But on our test state institutions.
Not to test to the test. Not to test to the test. If you go back, and if the listeners can go back to what I say, or viewers can go back to what I say, we'll take this methodically. Una don't throw away the roadmap we agree on how for implement, una don't throw an ground. Una they do things how una want, una know they talk to we. We don't put everything together, we don't give una the report, una not respond. We don't write letter to una not respond. We don't go to international partners, we don't present a position paper, una not listen to them. We don't write to Mr. President no respond. Ebo, what you go do? Not to test to the test. We are saying one of the options we open to we, and for make government listen to we. Let Papa government know say this now right for demonstrate. Also they demonstrate, not to for go do bad, now for express we self, and it is within the confines of the laws of this country.
Where police clearly might not give on a clearance for guide
and
demonstrate.
I know I let talk for the police, ma. If the police say they know the give we, then go state reasons why, then go deny with democratic right. We not talk say we they go do bad. We say we they demonstrate. A responsible police, and I believe say the IG, a very level-headed person, they go ask questions. How do you want to do this? Where do you want to hold it? If it's a countrywide, how it get for happen? What will be the role of the police? How we agree on this? Now that's a thing supposed to happen.
There is reason for belief say police go give a clearance for do this demonstration.
I get every reason for belief say the police get for give the
What's
clearance.
not the reason?
Because of the right thing what they do. Ebo, we don't exhaust every remedy and not listen to we. So if you in the position of the APC, what you go do? Now for she don't cry.
The last way police,
No.
Dr. Marrah,
Yes.
the last way police give a clearance for get on a mammoth meeting. He end up police case again. Police detain on a secretary general because they say things them way. Right now, get case the IG versus the states. And if police say they know they give a clearance again because the last clearance so they give when I end up say things them where the IG feel say na insulting statement against the president.
Khadija, left a whole brief for the police now this morning.
But na them, the case they say the state versus Lansana Dubuya and the complainants and the Inspector General of Police.
Let's say this. You know what in? True power is not using it. It's holding back from using it when you can use it. Not also for use power. Then get people and then government where they say APC not a serious party. Then they cost we every day.
The chief minister actually said that.
Fine. We not say anything.
So that they listen to online advisor.
You don't get what they say. We not say anything. You get a leader of the party where they say they're not going to hand over power to APC. We not talk. So we go to that mammoth meeting. Now you, Mabel, now you ask the question. He say, you sure so now they call this mammoth meeting halala no commodity, fet no commodity? I say no. We they talk with the police and we'll conduct things well. And people come out from all over the city then go there. The question is, now statement the Secretary General make. That statement we make, now be incitement for let people fet? No. Halala been take place? No. Blood commodity? No. Stone commodity? No. Police them mean they nothing no happen. Honestly, if the Secretary General says so, and I think we plenty people they say now social media every now and then, even against we, you they overlook that. Now make us say true power is not using it. Not any tell the flexing muscle because he get power. No. Real power is not using it.
Right, welcome back. We still continue the breakfast show live na Liberty TV. We still get Dr. Kelfala Marrah, we na the APC chief negotiator na the tripartite committee. And this morning, they talk about waiting come out from the unprecedented press briefing with the all yesterday in the party office. And after that, then publish about 8 pages updates for let una the public know some of the things them where then they demand for. And one pande we don't talk about now for let Edmond Alpha, where President Bio be appoint this BNTM as Chief Electoral Commissioner left office, and they ask for let them set up again the tripartite committee, and the APC was supposed to be a co-chair na the steering committee for implement the recommendation them, and so many things then they demand for. And according to waiting them published and say if the government not meets then demand there, so then they stage a peaceful nationwide demonstration where then go announce the date very soon for let them supporter and sympathizer of the All People's Congress APC party join them. Before we get power cuts, the doc, you will explain about how you feel say this regime not for overuse power.
Yeah. Well, the power cut. Now some of the things what they say, them are unable, USA will stop, they're unable to move the country from there. And that's a fact. So I talk no for overuse power. In a true democracy, my sister, you talk about what happen at party office, where they shoot and kill. You hear any investigation after that? You know they do that. You know they use power blatantly, raw power that kind of way. You know they help anybody. You know they help the democracy, and most importantly, whatever happened, the buck stops with the president. Tomorrow, history will judge him. History will relay a story that under him XYZ happened. That the wrong elections happen, things don't go the way it's supposed to go, and government and the opposition negotiate, they agree, and government no go by that. It's not supposed to happen so. Now that make us say, when you wield power, you get to be careful how they use them. Them people who died the last time, not supposed to die. So what you would look forward to is, now for make the leadership of the police work with the leadership of the party and agree how they do them. Peaceful demonstrations, they take place all over the world. With numbers, nothing they happen. In fact, there are instances where people they demonstrate in Liberia or so, the president come out, he join, they begin to give them food. That is what he do. Now, democracy, let people express themselves. So, if, for example, say they do this, we sit down with the police, we agree as to how they do them, how things they happen, everybody do what they do. Now, for the government listen to
The
it.
boycotts, when I don't boycotts from governors, don't go all on elected officials from parliament and council, district, council, you know, enough for sure. The Bio-led administration say una not happy with the way how they handle the recommendation, the way they're supposed to implement?
They're not enough for. They're not enough. They're not enough. Because, let's say this government ain't listen. This government, even the thing the way they say then they do, they're able to do. Now help with the help government. Now an opportunity for my government take another look at all of this and say, yes, let's sit down. What is there? How do we go about it? So we withdraw with MPs and councillors because of what they do. We just grapple, withdraw them. Withdraw them because of the wrong things where they happen. And make I tell you this. Una way they listen to me now, plus una way they interview me for no, so they do this, not for the APC, but for the spirit of our country and for our democracy. We get to do the right things. You know, which I feel maybe you no go feel them. Because me don't work at the highest level in government. I don't serve as Minister of Finance. I don't serve in several capacities. So I know exactly how our country is, how badly placed today. global perception about a country. We're not supposed for the how they so. And also we indicators and they. So the reason why would they do this, now for make we save with democracy. Assuming we continue this way, assuming Edmond Alpha continue, me and you know say 2028 elections, it don't go. Then you referee, we've been done, they always ref against you. Now fresh match, able make FIFA change that ref.
But it's clear saying that that's possibly get for happen. Edmond Alpha appointments not seem for be one way the president gets for reverse, because even the day we go taking oath of office before the president, we heard what the president said. It clearly states and say the opposition we the una de hala hala una for do because una de in opposition and una rights for hala. It say in your days when it been in opposition, nobody not consult them. So now he don't consult and he don't choose that I want for choose. And from all waiting the president's talk, it clear say there is no sign for reverse that particular decision. Now you don't state and clear again say the government know they listen.
Yeah.
Which alternative go be left with the APC? The president not listen to una way una give 2 days ultimatum and not meet with una up to this time una still negotiate nothing else seem for commodity. If una demonstration again not happen, which alternative una go be left with?
You know, before answering there, I want to take you back to something. Sometimes you find for fact check. Yes. Would I sack the Auditor General? For doing the right thing, then sack her. Put in report, then sack her. So anything can happen. Me no they tell President Bio say if I sack Edmond Alpha, because she don't talk, so you no go sack her. Now right as an opposition for make who raise your voice. That is why would they say, una no go na parliament na left council, and that is why we say we do demonstration, but in a peaceful way. We no go just say they do so. We go sit down with the police. We do it in a peaceful way, as in say. But we get president at this country, where president they make decision reverse them for good of the country, for good of the democracy. That's what I'm saying. And I they go back to waiting I say earlier. True power is not using it. It is holding back from using it when you can use it. You need to use power always. For say, okay, because I get the power, I get for using this way. You get for look at the rationale behind using that power. You get for look at the impact of that power. We the use, analyze and proper. You take an oath for serve the country, for uphold the peace and security of the country. You are fountain of honor. And then you take a decision where you no say, not proper. And then you say no go reverse them. They use the alternatives and where they within we reach. With alternatives. Now for withdraw from parliament and government, we don't do that. And local governor, we don't do that. With alternative, now for reach out to moral guarantors, we don't do that. With alternative, now for reach out to the president and all other avenues within the country, we don't do that.
When I don't exhaust all of that.
Fine.
We make a ask say, if we go with the police again, they're not going to clearance for do the demonstration. What's next?
Well, law reach there, we will cross the bridge or reach there. Certainly the police get for explain to me why they no go grant we that, because our democratic right. The police no go deny we that. I think what in the law enforcement get for say is, how do you want to do it? Because certainly if you deny we that, you go say, okay, this is out of the rules. The APC not for do this, it's out of the rules. But they no go say that. Just as I referred to the president, he said, now right for talk. So, now right for demonstrate. Let's sit down with the police say, no go do this. Then let them explain to me why. Then when they explain to me why, then we as a party, as I say in a responsible political party, will they take things one after the other. They will go sit down and advise ourselves as waiting at the next line of action. But we believe to say the police go grant you this because the person where they as IG, they get his level-headed. And I'm sure they go sit down with the party and find ways how they do it.
You remember when last you ever hear in a salon police grants people who for demonstrate peacefully, tell them say let them go ahead and go provide security?
That is what they have to do. You know what they tell you? Someone has to do that which ought to be done.
Which is?
If we not do that, we need to go before. The pain I carry is where we are just because of the way we don't do things. We got to change the way we do things. If somebody say, I want to demonstrate peacefully, and it did within the law, and you know the law enforcement person we're supposed to facilitate that, I think the responsibility for listening to that individual and work with them. Now, except then get reason for say they no go do and let them explain that to we. Then that will be the next conversation we'll get with government and with them. But as far as we're concerned, in a very peaceful way, we will engage them and say, this is what we want to do. We agree the parameters as to how we go do and we'll do them peacefully.
Dr. Marrah, this peaceful demonstration on the stage, on the APC leader them, get for the part of this demonstration or not just on a supporter they wanna let them come out?
Khadija, no let even ask that. We at the camp.
Even before the 2023 elections, Una Secretary General make a video calling on Una supporters for come out, Una want converge now on a party office and match gonna ECSL office and deliver a position paper. Then come, none pa Una not show up, not even the presidential candidate, not show up for the protest.
You know,
then make they ask, say, this nationwide peaceful protest, what they call for. Una the leaders then get for Dede, una family members then get for Dede, then go see una take the front row and una supporter and they be una.
Why not? We una interview una nearly ask them kind questions about the Mammoth meeting as to waiting at the level of a commitment as leaders who are there. In fact, I arrived there that morning after 9 o'clock. We did it, now we organize the ground. Tell people they send messages on social media, say fet day, then they shoot people them. Miss SF send a video, tell the party members and say, no, when I can't this now peaceful something, then calm the place full up. We'll keep on meeting, we accommodate. So we are there. We don't already say so, would they do that? We went to Atuga, we were there. So what me go say is, and this for me, not for the police. Now legitimate right, now democratic right for stage a peaceful protest. If we say we stage a peaceful protest, now the responsibility of the police for sit down with we and we get an understanding as to how they do them. So this is a responsible party, a strategic party, we know what they do, we not get for go outside the law. In fact, if you note, we don't always conduct ourselves well. From 2023 October Agreement for National Unity, any and everything we agree on, we the APC do them in accordance with the agreement. We never fall out of that. Never. And so that was why all of this culminates into the press briefing yesterday. We think to say it's necessary for una within the media know exactly how would they so that una go amplify them for the rest of the country. And I there this morning for reiterate what you say yesterday as I don't explain. But if you allow me to go over this, I go say, now we, the leadership of the party, sit down and work with government, reach us outreach. Government not corporate. That was why we come up with this decision as a party, as a whole. The next steps, now for make the party leadership decide when, how, and the locations. Then sit down with the law enforcement. They know now legitimate right, now constitutional right, now democratic right. They no go deny with that. Make us sit down and agree as to how it go happen. Would expect the police for do their own role, their own part. We self go do we own part. I think that is where it is.
Any timeline to that?
The party leadership will make that decision. I cannot make that decision.
Moving a little from the issue we get for do with the demonstration, We know say the census processes and they go on now for the actual counting itself in December this year. But yesterday, we see part of on our position, on our clearly state say the 2026 census will be a fraud. While on a reach this completion, where the process itself still they go on.
Mabel, I think I explained. The 2021 census, midterm census, not been even arrived. There was no need for it. Then don't wait for 2025. Then do midterm census. The outcome of that census was discredited by global institutions, including the APC. For example, that particular census showed more people in Kenema district than in Freetown, where me and you know say that's true. So if you suppose for whole census 2025, and the result for that census will be ready 2 years after that, they bypass that timeline, Ikai whole and 2026, just because you want to miss the 2-year deadline. Don't forget. You go against what we agree on. And now you come, use the baseline, the reports, the data we don't get for 2021, we're not even credible. Use that as the baseline for on the 2026 election, census. It tells you not a better thing. Number 2, the way they do the cartographic mapping is wrong. You know, get more cartographers in certain part of the country and less number of cartographers in other part of the country. You're not supposed for be so. I recall somewhere in January or so, we go on a statistics alone, we get meeting with them. Then promise for be transparent, for share with we the number of data we ask for. So that they're not giving. So if you get enumerators in certain area of the country, many of them, but they get less of them than other parts of the country, and the way you don't begin go about the thing in all right, you think to say as an opposition or clap? No. The reason why they lay emphasis on this, now for draw a line at this country, we get for fair way for stop this way would they do things. You know, they help the health of the country. It doesn't take us anywhere. It's like we get big man and then they not picking playground, in which then they play. They laugh at them. We get for be serious about the development. It will run the census well. It is not just the politics of way surround the census data. It get for do development. It get for do resource allocation. It get for do with many other things concerning the country, especially how it will reduce poverty.
We all know what's been happen the last time we wanna be asked on our supporter they know for the part of that last midterm census. Now when I don't begin complain again about this census, don't already conclude say again for be a fraud. I want to let you explain this part on our statement say, let it be clearly understood. The All People's Congress will not lend legitimacy to a broken process, nor will we participate in a system that is being deliberately manipulated to determine the will of the people.
Mabel, for the first time in my studio, I'd ask you a question. I broke the rules today. Nothing waiting don't happen 2021. They're not supposed to forget midterm census. They did. And the results were fraud, and you know.
Is this a signal, say, December counting? The APC forgets a strong position?
At the come, I want to be patient with me. And I don't explain to you how they don't start this census. I don't explain to you the meeting we'll get in our statistics alone. The way then they go about the cartographic exercise. You know, right? We not talk so we know they participate. We talk to say waiting and they do it wrong. Yeah? So I ask you, you think this question we will raise, this decision we will make, now for APC, now for you and the rest of the country. This is not for APC members. It is for them as well. You know, in this life, in a fragile state, power changes hands. Power can change. And when power change, now the responsibility of the incumbent for make sure you do what's right. If you not do what's right, it's just a open a conundrum of the wrong things. So we are saying government get for do the right thing. The census, the way they go about and then get for tweak and right. If they continue this way, in order for help the health of the country. No follow the politics, you sacrifice the development aspect of the census. It is not just number of people for political reasons. So I don't think say this now for the APC. Now for we all. So if we say the thing discredited, it really is, then don't bypass the timeline. The way then they do the exercise is wrong, is fraud. We don't explain. So Lord just say, okay, Lord, continue. Now responsibility as a responsible opposition for do the right things. And we are not saying we are fighting about it. We are raising the concern. And that concern what they raise now about you, me, and Khadija, and we're picking them, and the rest of the people of the country. And all right.
Let we look at one other thing again we wanna talk about inside the press statement we wanna pull. Wanna say failure of the president of parliament to act. We talk about recommendation 20, we call for setting up of a standing committee in parliament for provide oversight to ECSL and all electoral matters has been disregarded by the Speaker of Parliament, although Unayon, leader of the opposition at Parliament, don't they make request for set up this committee severally. The other means where Una engage and push for this, taking into consideration waiting government they say now, tripartite agreement not binding, the constitution supersede all other agreements than Dr. Marrah.
Okay.
Wanna play into the hands of the regime?
No, not playing into their hands. We're not playing into their hands. And they can't do that. First, the first part, the MPs. If the MPs, let's say they're halal in a parliament, you go say, but no, not to this time for do. Why they not use the, the lawful means for engage? Then use that, not once, not twice. The speaker no budge. They no go fet. So withdrawing from parliament, now just one way for underscore for we protest. Yeah? Now, you talk about we playing into the hands of government. Khadija will therefore change that mentality in this country. And we have to. I'll tell you why. Yesterday, somebody make reference to the understanding where the three heads of state, the three Mano River Union heads of state reach na Conakry. Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone, not so. So is that not binding?
Well, listening to the arguments of the tripartite. Now that I asked the foreign minister yesterday, say whatever communicate and go sign, how the three heads of state they go make sure say, in order to a point where they go say agreement not binding.
I want to say this. I've been Minister of Foreign Affairs. And I know say any agreement government sign, the binding on government before implement them. In fact, the responsibility of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, where then go sign treaty, any side a day. Even as Minister of Finance, if I sign a finance agreement, for example, with the African Development Bank or the Kuwaiti Fund, would they bring our water Kauleam? That is a rule. That is a law. Anything government do, now the responsibility of government, as long as it don't sign, for ensure that it implement them. So if you use flimsy excuse for say no, this no to so, then it tells you exactly what in that government be. And I don't just help before now for explain how this government they operate. It is not just the tripartite where they evade, but this government, even where they make statement in parliament, even where they make a pronouncement, they're not ever able to do it well. I know I'm putting under the spotlight, but I'll go ask a question. Has there been a single pronouncement made by this government, whether in the area of energy or development or foreign affairs, and really meet them? None. None. They're not even able, for a whole year, they're not send 1 cent to local government. Revenue they malperform. within the same month, within 1 month, they don't increase fuel price twice. And what happens so in other countries in the sub-region. If we ask them disclosure, if we test the strength of disclosure and ask them for the petroleum pricing formula, let them disclose, make you know, waiting have been the excise duty the last time compared to now, I bet you say they don't increase excise duty because they're not able, they're not able to mobilize revenue. Then believe that now one way then go to one. So no, when government agree on something, when government sign an agreement, now the responsibility of government for bringing a cabinet, it doesn't stop there. You take an parliament. That is the rule. So if you come around and say, oh no, you know, binding will not put an parliament, no, will not take into parliament, that tells me that you shame yourself. You tell yourself, say, I could have done this, but I not do one. And when now the media or the press, they take that lightly. You shouldn't. When I fact check this in, would a government enter into an agreement and not really go by that? Really? Oh, you know, the more than they talk, the more than they expose themselves. That doesn't stand. So it makes no sense.
The tripartite agreement,
yes,
and the constitution of the country, which one carry more weight? Because we don't get this conversation severally. We don't bring in legal people then. We don't clearly make them say president not breach any side of the constitution, especially when it comes to the appointment of Edmond Alpha.
Okay. So I want to ask a question and take one back. When we signed the agreement for national unity, one of the resolutions being say, Mr. President, for make a statement. You know, be make the statement. He made the statement. Dr. Samura Kamara made a statement. They're not being paid the backlog of MPs and councillors. They did. That's not agreement. You understand? The moral guarantors are not being come, then come. So, progress done there in some of the cases na the courts. We no go dispute that. All that na part of the agreement for national unity. And then SSF, they say, they don't implement the agreement for national unity, then say 100%. So why then they report on if you're not binding on them? But not allow common sense for prevail.
Maybe legal people like Augustine Sowisembe Marrah, they blame say why the APC not be don't push for table this agreement at parliament.
I want to say this. If you bring lawyers around the room, forget a conversation on one thing, they will get several interpretations of that. That is legal, and I'm going to that. If you bring economists in the room, forget a conversation on something, they will agree to disagree or agree to disagree or vice versa. It always they happen. Now let's take all of this out and look at the reality of things. You think we went to Bintu Mani, Panladida? Something went wrong. And we moral guarantors and can they not welcome them? Then welcome them. Then serve the report on the agreement of national unity. Then proud of the progress and don't make. So if that not to be binding agreement, why then adhere to that? Secondly, you get for take a look at this. Why will a government sign an agreement and not really follow that? No. So let nobody not tell me that they for say, if government signs something, you're not binding. No.
But even on all the talk, they call on President Bio for acting good faith. But on another call on and say for act legally. What means say the president they within the legal means?
I want to understand the difference. For acting good faith means for acting in accordance with what you don't agree to. That is it. Not to the legality. It's already legal. We just say, could you kindly do things the way we agreed? And you know, somebody can say, I don't act constitutionally. I don't consult according to the constitution for appoint somebody. But if the consultation not conclude, you know, me the full cycle of them, it's no. It's the intent. the intent behind any and everything, you know, I dey say this. During the Ebola crisis, you know how many agreements them between partners, people away can support we, number of agreements they will then sign across institutions and government. We implement all. Every single agreement we government do, na responsibility for lay and parliament, not to the responsibility of the opposition. I want to let you know this. So if he fail for do that, they come round and say, oh no, na gentleman's agreement. Hey, bo, he just tell me how small they make of
but
in your
the
government.
government they treat them as a gentleman's agreement to not be get.
Well, that tells you who they really are. That defines them. Your actions define who you really are. You go into an agreement, you cherry pick, you do what you think to say good for you, and undermine the areas where you think to say no good for you, and you forget say you enter into this for the good of your country. Ebo, Nameka say, true power is not using it. It is holding back from using it when you can use it. For the good of your country. I wouldn't do that. It is called credibility. It is called your records. It's called your legacy. You know the cherry pick. You don't know tomorrow. So you want to make the APC do the same way you yourself been do? I wouldn't do that. The reason why they insist on all of this, it is because me not they see myself for do that, and they do that. We get big issues in our country. You know how many people they die in our street for kush? Men, you know. The conversation today not even they around that. The conversation this morning not they around why within 3 weeks or less than 1 month government can increase fuel twice. And not to say the impact of the war na the Middle East na Sierra Leone no more. They affect other countries and the sub-region, but no, they happen that way. The conversation is no longer around that. So what they say is, let government left for manipulate. Let government left for cherry pick. Let's face this, all are Sierra Leoneans. Small country, less than 11 million people. We all interrelated. We all are the same.
This time
I wish them go listen.
This time when I elected officials and they out of governance, we see on don't go back na the table for continue for talk. Because the last time we been get Hawassa Mainaya, we according to them, on still they continue the negotiations, the discussions, don't they go on. On don't get any updates regarding government commitment for really willingly do waiting on the call for, because there is no timeline to how long then go for the out of governance. All on our state is until the president reverse Edmond Alpha in position as chief electoral commissioner. Well, I don't see any signs of progress on this new boycott.
We meet with the Peace Commission the last time. Then call me into a meeting, we go. We're responsible. We're not hearing from the 8th.
Since that time?
No, officially we're not hearing. And the chairman for the Peace Commission will tell you, say, I don't they call him, himself they call me, we're not able, to this point where they talk to now, not able to get that opportunity for me to sit down talk. But to know say that their responsibility for breach things whilst the external moral guarantors know they. So would they wait for hearing from them? Like I say, would they exhaust all remedies? Governments have get for move. Governments have get for what they do. We don't reach out to Madam Tambaja, Her Excellency Fatmata Tambaja, where Naina the lead moral guarantor representing ECOWAS. We don't reach out to His Excellency Simao, within a, as the SRSG, we don't reach out to them. We don't reach out to the AU. We don't reach out to the AU Peace Commission, the ECOWAS Peace Commission. We don't reach out to all of them. Like I say, we do things the way we do them. So tomorrow, as has been said, we'll make sure we do everything we're supposed to do before we reach here. So we'll reach you, so we'll reach so. Nobody no go say, well, why we not been do X, why we not been do Y. So we're not a responsible political party. And also reach so now. Now for me, government listen to we and do the needful. So if somebody say the president no get for reverse that decision, I agree. Nobody no get for go force and for say reverse this decision. But I think say it been done circle. He understand. And I think to say there are many ways to skin a cat. They know what for do for reverse them. But for say we APC that accept and they we not accept and they all.
So what if this man not come out in this position? One of the requests say if I come out, it take una to 2028 election. Worst case scenario what una go do?
Well, we they take things like we they peel onion, one layer after the other, as we've been doing. We don't build with case, we don't withdraw from parliament, we don't say they do peaceful demonstration, we don't make them public, and at the end of the day, we'll go through the necessary procedures for ensure that to do so. If they stop we now, fine. They'll go sit down as a party, we'll go back to the drawing board and ask we self what for do. But this agreement, we and then not just one. There are moral guarantors. Would they do what you for do, exhaust remedies before? So, except then say, no, we should don't do and so now so. And not get for change. And we'll get precedents in this country where decisions are made and decisions are changed. It's possible. We're very optimistic. We're positive say, Edmund Alpha no go take we to elections. No.
We've put a few Dr. Marrah. Another thing you want to ask for now for let them restructure the steering committee.
Yeah.
The last time on Monday we host Golo Katanaya. One thing we appeal for na follow and not politicize the process of the steering committee they work. And also it's say then get a time frame. All of these things they stall the process. But una now let them restructure and una want for be co-chair to that steering committee they una they push the work go behind back.
No. I think maybe I'll ask the question, or now you ask the question. We had a roadmap. Then trash that roadmap there. We didn't appoint Golokata and set up that secretariat. No, they're not talk to we. An agreement where you and somebody sit down around the table, when I act on them, when I come up with a roadmap, they begin implementing, not talk to the person. Now so for do? No. So we get for do the right things. In fact, looking at all of this, the key things and they will get for focus on. Then don't so derail, then don't so stall this thing. That their no mind will continue so for make them get what they want. But it not happen so. The SSF no say then $10 for go. All this way then they go do no more. But then we go, the country is tired, people are tired. They know that. And the power of the people is that, look, una don't do what una say una they do. Every promise una make, una don't always fail on them. So, the secretariat, not just the secretariat, but the steering committee has to be restructured. And we know they just say so because one say so. Would they say so because now we and them be agree that there was a roadmap. So everything I they say, I know they just say as I wish for say, I they say in accordance with waiting we and them be agree on. And they not do that.
So at this stage, with all the negotiations where they go on, although you say una not hear yet back from the Peace Commission where they mediate this time around where una elective officials that don't boycott, waiting are the only deal breaker for the APC for come back in governance.
Let the right things be done. Mr. President is on his way out. This is his second and final term. Now responsibility for make sure it creates a level playing field, and responsibility for do the right things, and responsibility for adhere to what we agree on, what in the recommendations and what in the agreement for national unity. It is against his name, his legacy. I can always say this decision where President Bio make, it make I get an insight into what in the happen in government. It tells me that you not get good handlers in State House. Good handlers in State House will have told him this is not the way to go. It tells me that there is not much consultation between State House and the wider membership of his party. Senior seasoned leaders of his party, if they can consult them, they will have advised him otherwise. That not happen. And this single decision he make, what in the no is, it don't unite the APC more than ever before. We are together. It don't bring we together.
Now we look at few messages that people don't send for you, Dr. Marrah. So you go respond and we'll let you go. This first one, I go take this from Cecilia Aluku Robert. Say, I'm here, we will be here. I'm tired of the ways things are going. If anyone like the way things are going, can stay home. That's their choice.
This one from Kabbalah Bobo is say the question everyone should be asking now, Edmund Alpha or peace, or the peace of the nation is at crucial stage.
All right. Kaifa John Koma, they say SLPP-led government has had the most distraction from you. The APC just to see that the government fails in most of the things you are emphasizing, like the failure to mobilize resources.
This one from Ibrahim Socialist Thula. It says start selling, give local authorities for spend representative for undertake cartography na the various communities. This don't show say informed by the realities.
Mahmoud J. Kane, say Dr. Marrah, where were you in 2018 when Mother Bill said that your outgoing government left this country's economy with nothing?
Usman Olive Koroma say everything this so-called opposition is doing is to continue disturbing the works of the current government. This is unpatriotic.
Abu Mahdi say Dr. Marrah is a political lecturer and the entire SLPP government are like students in his class. SLPP should pay attention to the wise words of Dr. Marrah, our new hope for 2028 elections.
Alhaji Sharif said, Dr. Marrah, continue with your stand for this country. Please protect our democracy. We are with you.
Abdullah B. Lukulede said, Dr. Marrah, according to your statement, you mentioned that you reached out to the moral guarantors. Could you please inform us of their response?
Mike Joseph Kanu say, this is a very bad benchmark. Government is setting all successful government should try as much as they can to ensure the proper implementation of all policies agreed on.
Mohammed Sharif Toure, they say, you never fight for the people of Sierra Leone. If you guys want to fight for the people of Sierra Leone, stand up for their votes. Simple.
Karim Sisese APC is well calculated, no distractions to winning the 2028 elections.
Kabbalah Bobo, they say, Dr. Marrah, what is the progress census bring to citizens in the Western Wall? They have nothing like census and their data system is okay from hospital, border and immigration centers.
Shekuba Potisako say, please Khadija ask him after all efforts made and turned down, are they going to participate in the 2028 general elections under the leadership of Edmund Alpha?
The last one they take, now Usman Oliver Koroma on Facebook, they say APC must be very careful of their protest because each time APC stage a protest, it becomes riots, conflict and others. This is observed usually because their protest is always faceless. So don't make the country unrest all in the name of your party. Think of the people.
Rosalind Jaria to Smith say Edmond Alpha must not take us to 2028 elections. The tripartite recommendation calls for a search and nominating committee to recruit the ECSL chairman. This agreement must be upheld.
All right, so many messages, but we don't go beyond the time where we negotiate with Dr. Marrah. Let's just respond to some of these.
Well, I want to say thank you to everybody who make comment or ask question. I want to say I don't learn from all of them. The one we talk about the moral guarantors are very important. We don't write to them, then don't send initial response. We wait for a read from them. Another person asked, say, waiting at the value of census, where in other democracies in a day so well. You reach a point in the development where your system so efficient that it capture data as it go along. And so we'll not reach that level yet. I'm sure within the shortest possible time, we will find we safe day. Now, somebody mentioned, say, we'll be careful about the protest. But I want to say this, and I'm happy Mabel mentioned this. If you say you organize a peaceful protest, and the protest indeed peaceful, the person where the people were involved with that, not the police, certainly if the police do what they're supposed to do, halal no for day. I make mention of a particular protest where the people come out. The head of state says, take water and take drinks and water and food, they give people them. A peaceful protest. For God's sake, it happen all over the world. Why it will be an exception? We know they put anybody in life at danger. No. We go na stadium for that mammoth meeting. Even for don't turn into a riot because people come out from all over Freetown and go there. We then dance inside there, do plenty things, we talk, we come out there. Even when they hang with himself, our Secretary General authority say nobody not respond back, nobody not do anything. The last time I mentioned a party office, some leaders of the party been there. You go don't see videos of leaders na the party office where they shoot broke windows and do other things and people been there. And APC been come out gone, APC been take bottle, APC been throw stones. No. So what they say is, now the responsibility of the law enforcement for allow the right things for happen. So then get the options for engage leadership and say, let us guide it this way, and then we'll do them. Because now democratic right, now legitimate right. Except if somebody say, no, this now you're right, but we know they give you that right, then certainly it shrink the democratic space. And that is what has been happening. State capture. You go now court to APC case filed and they're lost. You go now CID, they lock somebody up, they make a case against you. This level of intimidation get for stop. I don't always say this. Now all get this country. The same jollof all they eat. The same fufu they eat. The same pemau they eat. We all are the same. Let not make this country tough and difficult for ourselves. Now one time person get for leave. We get all the resources they are unable harness and well. Our country don't turn push center. In the midst of all the good things that we get. That is why they say level-headedness for prevail. We get for reach a point we get for allow democracy for prevail. So, in response to all of them, for tell them thank you. The one that we send comments, negative comments, I want to tell them thank you. I learn from them. The one that we send positive comments, I want to tell them thank you. But certainly, as far as we concern, we don't cross with T's, we don't dot with I's, and we hope to say we name. If not allow conclude, now I can conclude.
All right, many thanks.
I think for send a message to the supporter and membership at this stage, especially we on a select them with the party executive will communicate to them shortly.
I will talk to my party leaders, my party members, but I want to talk to a certain category of people in our society. At the start with the religious bodies. Politics don't permeate society. They don't reach a point where Even religious bodies find themselves tied into all of this politics. A few days ago, I've been try for make I get the telephone number of certain leaders in government, that is the pastors or reverends of certain leaders in parliament and in government, and engage them and ask them, where are you? When we get issues during the civil conflict, the interreligious body CCSL then play a very, very leading good role. Now it's time, make them not just sit down. Now the duty and responsibility for come together and save the day. People need for engage President Bio and tell them the truth. We all don't try our own way. When we say for act in good faith, not for do we favor, but for do that which is right and that which is required of him. The next set of people I talk to now the law enforcement. Then therefore allow the APC for do this peacefully. If they get concerns, make us sit down, we talk, let them talk with the leadership and plan how it will happen. But certainly now democratic right and the intent not to take out of context. We don't, as a political party, don't start this thing, ensuring that along the way, every step we do what we're supposed to do in a very patient and calculated way. If we don't reach a point where we don't exhaust all remedies, we now don't believe to say, no, this government need listen, but as a party, make us sit down and advise ourselves how we go do this peacefully, we show a date, make them listen to it, let them allow us do this. This peaceful protest, not just about the APC, it's not just about the country, but it's about them and the rest of the SLPP. It's for the whole country. Finally, to the APC supporters, me, on behalf of the leadership, want to tell them thank you for the patience that we don't exercise throughout this period. Our mammoth meeting at Atuga Stadium go well, and we give una assurances say every step, every action we don't ever take as a party, now for make us save not just the APC, but for the country. And let them know say, what will they do so, now for make this country better tomorrow. We all tired with kush, we all tired with poor performance, we all tired with plenty angry, we all tired with so many things, including the potential fuel price on go up, potentially will continue for go up. This government not the help. This government not able to do what NSF say they go do. So I'm not surprised that they go renege on the things they were and they agree on.
Dr. Marrah, quickly, when we talk to Honorable Abdul, when the leader of the opposition is say you colleague chief negotiator, will they make attempt for get a conversation with them, but instead they don't make a decision. Now parliament say they know they sit down with them, they know they talk with them. From your side, as in colleague co-chief negotiator, you don't hear reform and recently don't make any attempt for engage you and try for resolve all of the issues there so that the country go move forward, because as it is now, only the politician them, everybody don't hold your own position, the country just stagnant now.
Okay. Not to everybody holding position. That's not fair on the APC. When Honorable Abdul Kagbo say they're not going to meet with the chief minister, certainly in the studio, you got to explain to you what happened before he say so. The comment of the chief minister been scathing, right? That was why they make that decision. I tell you, say, me and the chief minister meet once. That now last year. I think now October or November, or October, 9 May meet. From October to now several months now. The only time we meet in the airport, quick, he take picture, a poster. But I no issue rebuttal. I allow him for let land say not to so. You don't do that. The responsibility for reach out. What they don't know is, When you hold a responsibility as big as this, it goes beyond your interest, it goes beyond your ego. Your ego not count anymore. Pride not come anymore. Because you get for do with the interests of millions of people. So we always open. Unfortunately, it not come back to we.
But you willing for sit down with them? Unlike the leader of the opposition, we say they're not the sit down with them.
At this particular point, we don't disengage. We say make government, not take me back to Sakomo, Khadija. Let government do the needful. The government not do the needful, all right.
But if they can't say let we sit down, then we look inside and demands their owner don't put. So now must get a conversation before they start for do the needful. Then make her they ask because parliament side, then don't make a decision, say, they know they talk with them. You now you co-chief negotiator. Now supposed to work together. If it can meet you, say Dr. Marrah, let we sit down, let we look inside and demands there where una don't make. You as the chief negotiator go sit down with them.
You know, Khadija, me, I don't know where I grew up, but me grew up from a poor background. I don't mean fall there. If I run away from fall coop, you know they go lock that fall coop then. It don't make sense. Now the folly they go after. You know, bring me back for law talk, forget a conversation, an empty conversation. We don't already do the wrong thing. Lord try for correct that wrong thing. This is simple. How we talk we don't do the wrong things?
So
What would they talk?
No, they talk with them.
I don't give we position, say the party don't take a position. We don't disengage. We don't recall we MPs. We don't recall everything. Let government do the needful. What would they don't talk? For continue for babysit Edmond Alpha, waiting for elections the last time? Really? It don't make sense.
So room no day again for conversation.
We'll not talk say room no day for conversation. That is how we get moral guarantors. But let government do the needful. We say government get for do the needful. If they call me right now, then say we don't get an understanding as to how Edmond Alpha they go, then they're gonna good news. But they go on for Edmond Alpha, let una they smile. It is how una thing to say not possible. I get news for una. If Edmond Alpha no go, una says the electoral feature of una picking then it's not good. This government not good for this country. Don't able to deliver one thing, no success. I they look forward to the opportunity for engage. Now I need to discuss politics. I need to discuss my ambition. It makes no sense. Lord save the soul of this country. Lord not allow and laugh over the wrong things happening every now and then. This government not only fail themselves, they not only fail their new agenda, they don't fail the country on and on continuously, and there seems to be no end to it. It don't make sense.
Marrah, you not come out with a direct answer whether you go continue for talk with you co-chief negotiator. We go try for hold on to make several attempts and efforts for get them for a reform and also a reform the side of government. But we'll continue for try for a reform the side of government, especially now with the APC don't put them demands in paper and they don't publish them to the general public. Now be a pleasure for get you this morning as the chief negotiator for the All People's Congress for can reaffirm some of the things they own a state yesterday now on a press briefing. Well, now they end this edition of
just a quick one. You say I not answer directly. But I make it clear. Maybe I not be make myself clear. If my counterpart pick up a phone and tell me say, right now they talk for let Edmond Alpha left, I'll be more than happy for log get that conversation. Anything we go push this thing forward. Edmond Alpha no get for run this election. He get the track record. Edmond Alpha no me. We sit down face to face. He change we figure for forward 155 na kwena dugu. We sit down. We look the same Edmond Alpha for run with 2028 elections. Bo, not law left that. You know, we not think we will accept that.
All right, many thanks, Dr.
Thank
Marrah.
you.
We joined this morning now. We'll end this edition of the Breakfast Show. Many thanks to the entire team. We support we through the production for let we bring this edition of the Breakfast Show. Just want to say happy Eid in advance to all we Muslim audience them. Tomorrow they look for the prayers because we go there. So We'll go there Sunday morning, and many thanks. Continue for Watch Liberty TV throughout the day. We'll get very interesting content that we'll produce for now. Mina Khadija Bangladesh, say have a good day.
All right. Well, till we meet again, Mabel Kabadesi, get a lovely day and goodbye.
Building tomorrow today with Right Move. Looking for quality, reliability, and innovation in your next big build? Choose Right Move Engineering and Construction, Sierra Leone's trusted name in transforming ideas into enduring structures. We don't just build projects, we craft landmarks that stand the test of time. From state-of-the-art offices and modern homes to fuel stations, water systems, and infrastructure, our team delivers precision, passion, and perfection. At Right Move, we are not following industry standards, we are setting them. Through cutting-edge technology, uncompromising safety, and sustainable solutions, we are building a brighter, stronger, and safer Sierra Leone. Visit us at 54 Campbell Street, Freetown, or call 078399475 or 077504338. Right Move Engineering and Construction. Building quality, building trust, building the future.
It's Labor Day. After all the grind, stress, and queries at the office, it's time to ease your brain, laugh out loud, and feel like the CEO. Laugh with Kindo Hustle will make sense on Labor Day, Friday, May 1st, 2026. Venue, prestigious Pintumani Hotel, 7 p.m. Ticket prices: 500 millions. Answer: 1,000 millions. I mean, table for 4, 10,000 millions. A deal? Table for 8, 20,000 millions. You don't buy yourself plenty. Now come and laugh. No excuse. Media partner Liberty Online TV and cooked by Eminence Africa.
I say, it don't make sense. I don't make sense.
Wise men bank with UBA.
Wise women too with UBA.
School pupils in Sierra Leone, do you have a creative writing skills? Would you love to win a brand new laptop and a scholarship grant worth up to 50,000 new leones? Then, this is your moment. The UBA Foundation, with support from UBA Sierra Leone, in collaboration with the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education, is proudly launching the 5th edition of the 2025-2026 UBA National Essay Competition, as the UBA Sierra Leone has teamed up with the Institute for Legal Research and Advocacy for Justice, ILRAJ, to make it bigger and better. Are you a senior secondary school pupil anywhere in Sierra Leone? Then get ready to showcase your ideas. Write a handwritten essay of not more than 500 words on the topic gender-based violence in schools, causes, consequences, and solutions. And yes, the rewards are exciting. First prize, a brand new laptop plus a 50,000 new leones scholarship grant. Second prize, 30,000 new leones. And third prize, 20,000 new leones. Remember, your essay must be handwritten, not typed. Upon submission, please include your full name, passport photograph, your age, town and district, school name, and of course, the name and phone number of your parent, guardian, or teacher. Submit your essay at any UBA branch, MBSSE Regional Office nationwide, or the ILRAJ office, or send us a scanned copy to cfc-leon@ubagroup.com. For more information, please call us on 078 200 200 or 099 22 11 22. Deadline for submission April 30th, 2026. So sharpen your pen, share your ideas, and be the voice for change. Visual impaired students are also encouraged to apply. The UBA Foundation National Essay Competition, Unlocking Young Talent and Shaping the Leaders of Tomorrow. Write it, submit it, win it.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.